When it comes to lane phase, even though PL is a very strong hero, it might seem like there are no counters because he has high base damage and a ton of harass with his Fan Rush and Lance. But you'll see in this clip, like, there's no way I can trade this LC. Like, I did my Lance and I right clicked him and he basically took no damage. So the heroes that are good against him, well, specifically in this clip, LC of course, would include maybe him, Tide, Puck, heroes that can dish out harass and can take it, which is the bigger part. Because if they can deal the harass, they can stay there. And if they could dish any harass, it's bad for PL because he doesn't really have sustain. If I'm playing as a Tide, he can just tank it because he has decent regen with his item build, generally speaking early, like Soul Ring. And then he also has Kraken Shell to take less damage, and he has Anchor Smash, which he could spam on me. And I'm playing against a Puck, for example, at Lance, she could just dodge it a phase shift, and then she could just poke with a right click. So try not to pick PL in lanes where you can't really trade with the guy, and it's okay if you get help, but in this game you'll notice that I have a Lich and Enchantress for my support. Lich has to deal with the off lane because you get more value there when you take away creeps from their enemy to carry, and then Enchantress is helping mid and off lane in this game. So I'm kind of left alone. I could have made a better decision to pick a hero against LC, but I kind of messed up and I kind of had to deal with it. You'll see me here just throwing Lance or CS. I go in and I take like 100 damage of harass, and it's like a nightmare for me to be up here. And I'm walking away right now. I know I can't even sit there. Whenever you play PL, you kind of have this idea you can farm pretty aggressively, and then goes wrong, you doppel out and you leave. And it's also kind of hard to single you out, but what counters you are high mobile AoE clear heroes. Timbersaw, Puck, Storm, those kind of heroes. In this game I'm playing Storm, and I'll show you what it looks like for a PL. You're kind of farming, and then out of nowhere a Storm's gonna come in and go for a kill, and then it kind of closes up the map where you can farm because you're not as mobile or agile as you want to be, because you have this guy that's just following you around. Even if I don't kill the PL here, he still has to go home and heal, and it really limits this game. So basically, in these kind of games where they have those kind of heroes, you kind of have to get your team involved. And let's say Storm jumped in, like I jumped in this clip. If he has team ready, whether it be like Shaman or Centaur, as soon as I go in, they could go back on Storm. So you kind of had to play the bait game, because at the same time, you still had to play pretty aggressively. You can't be your team the entire time. So you just kind of have to adjust when you're playing against counters like this. So whenever you play PL, you kind of want to be able to have this idea in team fights that you're able to kill a hero or threaten them pretty hard, like when you go on them. Fan Rush, pretty low cooldown, you can just go from one hero to the next, and then hopefully you'll be high impact, right? Well, there are a lot of heroes where they don't really care if you go on them, whether they're mobile or they're really tanky. Here, I'll show an example of like 3 heroes that I think are pretty good against PL. So, let's say you're going on Tide and he does this. Look how long it takes to kill him, and I'm pretty stacked right now. And I only know you kill him once he has no mana. Diffuser's not that useful. Like, this is a pretty unrealistic situation to be able to do that, and he's not moving for like 10 seconds. It just takes way too long to kill him. Like, ideally you want to kill him like within like 3 or 4 seconds. Or let's say I go on Quap. Obviously he just blinks away, and then it just makes my life so much easier, harder. And let's say I go on Puck, and he can, he can phase shift, blink away, jaunt away, whatever. Like, you kind of get the point. When you're playing PL, you want to be able to go against heroes that will just die when you go on them. Let's say you're going against a Rubik or something like that. You run him down. You literally just run him down. Like, they're playing heroes that don't have that disruptor. You get the idea. So when you play against heroes that are more mobile or too tanky for you to deal with, then your impact on the fight is much less, and your ability to choose who you want to go on makes it a lot harder, because let's say they're taking team fights and Tidehunter is like the reason they're winning the fights. You can't really contribute to solving that problem. So if this ever becomes a problem, then let's say in this situation it's a tide. Hopefully someone has a silver edge, or you have a hero like Disruptor to keep him there, and then he can't, crack his shell. Or let's say you're playing against a puck, you have a Shaman or a Rubik who can instantly disable him. Same with Quap, because let's say they're not able to get away and they're locked down. It doesn't really take me that long to kill this hero. Same goes with Quap. Like, these heroes aren't that tanky, the mobile heroes generally speaking, as long as you have some kind of disable. And like I said, with this hero, if you have a silver edge, it helps a lot. Like, the hero just dies a lot easier. So you kind of had to figure out what you had to do to fix this problem. But for the most part, there aren't too many heroes that fall in this category. Just make sure you're aware of them when it comes up.